Hello everyone. So I was working with my card game Milanti, and I faced the issue in the UI that I was using a sprite that is pointed right, and I used the image on the plus and it's correct that it is right, but I needed the minus image to be rotated 180 degree, and I didn't have the sprite for it, so I had to use the same one. Usual solution would be that I just rotate it 180 degree and I go about my way. But the problem is I have a button attached to it and the image is not separate, so I'm using the same object as the image layer and the button layer. So as you can see, I can click plus but not minus. If I undo what I did, and I can certainly click minus, what actually happens here is that I am rotating the whole game object, not just the image itself. So it's not registering my recast from the mouse click I'm sending, even though it is a UI, but it doesn't work because it is flipped. There is actually two ways to go about this. Actually, three technically. With the same configuration, there is actually two. And another thing you can do, you just use a separate empty game object and use it as the image container. That's one thing. But if you are in a similar configuration and you just flip it to be 180 degree, it should work, but it doesn't. All you have to do is just go to your canvas and on graphics recaster untick the ignore reverse graphics and it will work. It's actually for the anything that is under this canvas. So if you click and if you make another UI element that does the same thing and has the same configuration and it is flipped, it will work. It's actually, you can say, a global settings. You turn it on, it doesn't work for anything that is in the same configuration, and you turn it off and it works for everyone. And another solution would be, if say, let me just untick it, it doesn't work. Okay, so another thing you can do is actually a bit tacky, I would say, that if you just reversed it, instead of reversing the rotating, technically flipping the image, you have to whatever axis you want to change it to be. So we wanted to change it to y, but in scale the x-axis is this way, so I put minus. In my original scale it will actually rotate, as you can see. So we can just say minus and it works. And this settings is for individuals, as we did in the graphics register settings. If we untick it, it's global. What I did right now, the second method, is specifically for this object. So if you are in a similar configuration and the click isn't registering in the UI, you have to do it for the every single UI separately to make it work, or you can just change the global settings here. It's up to your preference. So that's it. I wanted to show that I faced this problem and I found few solutions. Hope it helps, and thanks for watching. And remember, take care of yourself and people around you. Goodbye.